few hands for the warm up on this cold morning. How are you guys feeling today? Like that, like that. You know, a lot of people question me and ask me, you know, how did you achieve what you have in such a little time? You know, what's the story behind it all? You've done so much, like you achieved so much in just 2.5 years. How was that possible? What's the story behind it? And recently I had so many people from different blogs reach out to me and asking me to give my story to them. I told them, I'm gonna say it for you all, for IdeaFestival, Bowling Green. All right, guys. I was born here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, born and raised. I'm proud of it. I was born December 19th, 1997. I'm gonna save you math. I'm 19 years old. Can I hear you say Bowling Green? Bowling Green. I think I'm hearing Boring Green for some reason. Say it loud. I can't hear you. Right, we're good. There we go. There we go. I like that. Like that. Well, my parents were Bosnian refugees. They came to this country with nothing but the clothes on their backs and their grocery bag. I want you to think about that. You've been kicked out of your country, from a war-torn country. You come here with nothing but the clothes that you're wearing and a grocery bag. As a result, I grew up in poverty for most of my childhood. I was poor. I went from apartment to apartment to apartment. My parents tried their hardest just to give me a better lifestyle. They both worked 2 jobs each. Worked so hard just to give me the opportunity to be in this free country, to do in the land of opportunity whatever you please. With that being said, my parents were Bosnians. They didn't know the English language at all, little to none, 0. I had to learn the English language on my own. I went to school, didn't know it. I watched kids speak, that's how I learned. Just picking it up, observing. Once I learned how to read, I would read a lot of books. I read a lot. I enjoyed reading about Michael Jordan, Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, a lot of athletes, a lot of powerful people. I was inspired, loved reading. And 3rd grade come around, my parents wanted to become United States citizens. And if you don't know how that process is, you have to take a United States citizenship test to get your citizenship here to become a United States citizen. Well, they give you over 100 questions you have to study and memorize and know, and they're gonna take several of those questions and they're gonna quiz you over them. And if you pass those questions, then you become a United States citizen. Well, I'm in the 3rd grade. I know the English language. My parents don't know it so well. So I had to memorize all these questions, over 100 of them, about United States history and government, and translate it to my parents and practice with them. In 2 months, my parents took the citizenship test, passed on first try. And with that being said, my father, he was a body man. He worked on cars for a living. And you know, my life was filled with a lot of work. You know, my dad, he worked after hours, after work. He came home. We would work on cars on the side to make some extra money, just so we could, you know, just in case times got rough and tough, you know, we'd be able to pick ourselves up. And I would help my dad. For 10 years, I would work with my dad on cars. And the thing is, my dad worked 9 to 5, come home, drink coffee, and then from 5:30 till 8:30 at night, we'd be working cars, sometimes even 9:30 p.m. For 10 years, I was doing this. And the thing is, by the time I showered, got everything ready, you know, got in my room, it's 11 o'clock p.m. I took the school bus to and from school every single day. I was the first one to get on the bus and the last one to get off. I got on, the bus picked me up at 5:45 a.m. every morning. And the thing is, guys, I only had 6 hours of room between figuring out what I should do. Should I sleep? How much should I invest in school? Should I play? I don't know. You know, and the thing is, I learned to time manage that And I ended up studying an hour and then 5 hours of sleep for 10 years. And I asked my dad, I said, Dad, when can we stop working hard? You know, when can we stop, when we slow down? He said, son, this is all I know. Until you can create an idea that will benefit you and all those around you, that will grant you a living, we have to work very hard so we can create that opportunity. So I'm 16 years old. I got tired one day. I just worked so hard, testing all day, come home, work on cars, 9:30. I get in my room, it's 11:15, guys. And I'm thinking about my life. I'm thinking about my dad's. I'm reflecting on everything I went through in my life and thinking, wow, I made it this far. Wow. Then I remembered, my dad said, you got to create an idea. So at that point, I didn't want no other kid to go through what I did in my life. And in order to do that, I founded my own nonprofit at 16 years old called Young Visionaries Foundation. I grew this nonprofit to a network of over 15,000 people across the globe in 2 years, 2.5 years I did that. We hosted 16 events, helped so many people, thousands of people. Did so many events, fed the homeless, inspired kids that you can do anything you set your mind to. Anything. And let me tell you, it was far from easy, guys. It was far from easy. But you know what? It was possible. And I knew that if I believed, and that if I worked hard, I knew that I could, and I would make it happen. Let me talk to you guys about something right here. How many of you guys in this room right now have dreams? Raise your hand. I want to see. Great. I like that. Okay. We got some dreamers in here. That's good. What if I were to tell you that no one cares about your dream? Nobody sees that you could actually do that. Nobody believes that you have the potential to make that happen. Nobody. And not only that, nobody cares. And then at that point you feel defeat. You're like, wow, I have this idea, but I just can't make it happen. I want you to close your eyes right now. Close your eyes. I want you to envision right now in your minds your dream and your idea. It's beautiful, right? It's so perfect. It's like, my life is complete if I make this happen. Life will be complete. But let me tell you something. I don't know what your dream is, what your idea is, or how you plan on going, or how far you've gotten in your life, what you've done, and what all the things that you went through. But let me tell you something. A lot of you in this room right now, you're saying, I can't do it. But you know what? Let me tell you something. It is possible. It is possible. Let me tell you guys something here right now. What's the most wealthiest place in the world right now? Dubai? No. Saudi Arabia? No. Belgium? No. China? No. Nope. 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 You know what? I'm going to save you some time. The most wealthiest place in the world right now is the graveyard. Because in the graveyard, you're going to find ideas that never were made a reality. Potential that was lost, so much potential. Books that were never written before. All because that individual gave up. Somebody told him, you can't do it. You can't do it. You don't have what it takes. And I don't care what you take out of my speech today, but I want you to remember that. Please don't let yourself die with all your dreams and ideas in your mind. Don't let that happen. Because you were put here for a reason. You have a purpose and you have ideas that will benefit the entire world and people around you. Don't let no one tell you that you can't do it. Because they told me. They said, Kenan, you're never going to be nothing. You're just going to be a body man just like your dad. But I changed. There's something in this room that we all have, and it's the same for everybody. And that is time. Every single person in this room right now has the same amount of time. We all have 24 hours in a day, guys. Nobody has more than that. Nobody has less. We all have 24. What you do with yours is different what I do with mine. If you want to be successful, you're going to have to learn to make the sacrifice of time, figuring out where you're going to cut. Sometimes you're going to have to lose sleep. When I started Young Visionaries Foundation, the first 3 nights, I did not sleep. I went to school, bags on my eyes red. My teachers think something's up. I'm not sleeping. I had this vision, I had this idea, and I wanted to make nice with that idea. And I believe you can too. And a lot of us out here today, we live life like you're promised tomorrow, guys. I don't live like that. I live in the moment. You see, I always question people, you know, the things some of us are doing. It's like we have our whole lives to live. But the thing is, I want to question you guys. Who's promising you that you're going to see tomorrow? Because I want to know. I want to see that person. Is it a guru or is it a magician? Because I want to see him. If you think you're going to see him tomorrow, who promised you that? Nobody. I mean, the truth is, nobody promised you tomorrow. I live every single day like it's my last. Like I'm not going to see it. I got to capture this moment. I have 24 hours to do everything I'm supposed to do, and I'm going to give it all I have. And then this last word I'm going to talk about. Ooh, guys. This last word, it's disgusting. It's so evil. It gives me cringes. I shake when I see it every time. I don't know if you guys are ready to see this. Are you ready? Ooh, no. Rejection. Let me tell you guys something. That is what makes you successful, right there. Rejection. Let me tell you guys a little story right now. So, like they mentioned, I self-published my own book, Voices of Bowling Green. See it? Last year, I had this idea. It was May, I was graduating, I said, you know what, I have this idea, this book, I'm gonna write this book. It's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be beautiful. Oh my God, it's gonna be awesome. So I wrote this book. I said, I'm gonna give it everything I have. Guys, I invested so much time, blood, sweat, tears to make this. 5 months in, it's time to reach out to publishing companies. Oh. I reached out to over 10 of them. Oh man, almost 20. I sat down in meetings, and you know what happened? Guys, I just needed, this book, it was done. Graphic design, everything was done. I just needed them to produce it, mass produce it. Guess what they told me? I come in there, I'm happy, I know what I'm talking about. I got it done. I'm dedicated. I worked hard for this. I put so many hours into that. I tell them, here's my idea, I'm presenting it now. And then they say, you really think this is gonna sell? You really think that this right here is gonna sell 100 copies? They said that. And I said, just, it's fine, I know what I'm doing, just all you gotta do is just print it for me. They said, okay, we'll do it at your expense. I said, okay, no, fine, it's fine. In order to make money, you're gonna have to lose money. And they said, $2,000. I said, okay, no problem. And they said, how soon you want it done? I said, I need it done 3 weeks. They laughed. They said, you're joking, right? Have you even researched how long it takes to publish? It takes 8 to 12 weeks to publish a book, and you want this done in 3 weeks? Are you crazy? And then they said, no thank you, here you go, here's your idea. That's impossible, you'll never do it, it will never sell, good luck. I said, thank you, watch me do it. I walked out of there, guys. I never felt so defeated. Never felt so defeated, oh my God. Let me tell you what, for 3 weeks, I dedicated. I did not sleep. Oh my God, like I probably averaged 3 hours of sleep for those 3 weeks. The last 5 days of that 3rd week, it was my birthday. I did not sleep. I was busy formatting, getting everything, getting ready, send it off to the printer. Guess what, guys? When it dropped January 3rd, 2017, it sold out in Barnes & Noble, first 11 hours, in-store and online. It became an Amazon Top 100 bestseller first 2 weeks. And they said I couldn't do it. Heads up. I'll sign it for you afterwards. Let me tell you guys, no one believes in your ideas. You know why? Ideas are thoughts, they're your opinions, they don't matter. You know what matters? Action. What you do with your ideas. You gotta make nice with your ideas, what they're saying here. Make nice with your ideas. Make nice with your ideas. Because ideas, you know why? Ideas are just thoughts. You know, they asked me, said, is there such thing as a good or a bad idea? I said, there's none. You know why? Because they're just a thought. You don't know if it's good or not because you never tried it. If Steve Jobs just went around and talked to people about Apple, talked to people about the idea of Apple, you think you would have this iPhone right now? If he just talked about it, and just presented the idea, but never actually made it a reality and made it happen, because people looked at him like he was crazy. But then now, you have the power to find anything you can on this because he decided to make nice with his idea. And last thing, guys, I'm going to give to you. You never give up. Listen to me, never give up. Never give up. I don't care how many people tell you that you can't do something. You know why? They can't tell you nothing because it's your idea, your dreams, your reality. It's your life, so do what you are supposed to do. Don't live somebody else's life. Don't let somebody else tell you what to do and what dream you should have and what you should do with your life. It's your life. You decide. You are the captain of your ship. And let me tell you something. You know, my brother, I used to play basketball with my brother. I'm 5 years older than him. When we played basketball, 3 times, you know, we played 3 games, and it was dark. I won all 3 times. I said, all right, bro, let's go inside. He said, no, we're not going inside until I win. I said, okay. We played 7 games, the 6th game, we played 7 games, the 7th game, after 6 defeat, the 7th game, he won. And you know what he said? He said, we can go inside now. That's the mentality you need to have. You need to be a winner. Stop being a loser. It's going to take rejection. Trust me, I know about it. It's going to take losing to win. Behind every great victory is 100,000 failures. And I'm going to give you reality. That's how it is. You're going to have to lose to win. It's going to take losing to win. Failing your idea, failing. And then finally, boom! I'm here. I'm here now. I want you all to stand up with me right now. Stand up right now. Everybody in this room, stand up. Now I want you to follow what I'm going to tell you right now. Repeat after me. I will do today. For tomorrow is not promised. And yesterday has passed. That's right. And tell me this right now.